What's up, y'all? Today I'm gonna teach you how to do the loaded ollie.
Number 7. 4x4 and 3, 2x8.
A ton of you guys have been asking about this trick even multiple times, so I figured I'd make this video today. The tricks you're gonna wanna already know how to do before attempting the loaded ollie are basically just an air railie off the water. This trick is possible without learning how to do the air railie, but it is a lot harder and requires quite a bit more strength. A ton of people actually want to learn this trick because they're too much of a pussy to actually try the air railie. So you should probably just nut up and try the railie and then learn this afterwards. But if you wanna be extremely stubborn and just skip the railie anyway, that's fine, but yeah, let's get started. Oh, also I am doing this trick on a 2-tower cable today just because that's the only place I have it filmed on a normal camera, but it's pretty much exactly the same on a full-size cable anyway. First things first, you're gonna wanna come to the side of the cable that's opposite the direction of the cable that you're edging towards. You're gonna wanna roll onto a nice progressive edge towards the cable. Nothing too crazy, something about the power that could maybe give you sort of a smaller railie. You don't want to have an edge that could give you like a super huge air trick, just like a nice smaller edge that could give you a small railie, because you are going to want to be keeping the handle in close to your body. Now that you're set on edge, the next bit will be extremely similar to the railie. Make sure you have those elbows locked in and continue that edge all the way through just past underneath the cable. Once you've passed just underneath the cable, this is where you're gonna sort of initiate that somewhat of a railie scoop. Now you're gonna need to initiate that railie scoop, but this time you're gonna wanna make sure those elbows stay locked and close in towards your body, just because if you let them drift out, you'll end up doing a railie. You're also gonna wanna make sure you use your core, really trying to keep that board underneath you after scooping. It's gonna take quite a bit more strength than a railie, but if you keep those elbows locked in and your core strong, you should be able to keep your board underneath you. Me personally, when doing this trick, I kind of like to do sort of like a backside shifty, like sort of letting my board slightly drift out behind me. Other people, they like to reach down and do sort of a flat stale fish. It's really all up to personal preference and whatever you think is coolest. Now that you've lifted into the air, make sure you keep those elbows in nice and tight. And if your board has drifted slightly behind you, you can use the handle in the same motion as a railie by pushing it down towards your hips to really help that board get back underneath you. You can pretty much spot your landing all the way throughout the entire trick, so just make sure you keep an eye right where you're gonna land. Just bend your knees on impact and ride away. One thing I said at the beginning of the tutorial was to do sort of a smaller railie and not have the heaviest edge ever, just because it will make it a little bit easier and require a little bit less strength. But once you do get a bit better at this trick, you can take a harder rip at it if you do want to go bigger. And once you're more comfortable with it and you start getting stronger, you can try and edge harder and harder and go bigger and bigger. It's just going to require a little bit more strength to really keep that board underneath you. Normally at this point of a trick tutorial, I would give sort of a brief summary of the entire trick, but honestly, it doesn't really need a summary. You're basically just doing a railie, but keeping your elbows locked in and really using your core and trying to keep your board underneath you rather than drifting out behind you. So yeah, basically, you're just doing a railie and really attempting to keep the board underneath you, and that's about it. That's how you do the loaded ollie. If you guys like this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up, comment below what kind of videos you guys want to see in the future, and remember, I'll be uploading a video every second day forever, so make sure you guys subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Peace!